Hello everyone, welcome, and today we are going to see how I prune my climbing roses. So this rose here is a medium climber, and the way I prune it pretty much similar if I have to prune a shrub rose or a bigger climber than this, or this is a medium climber for me, and I have trained it on this obelisk that I have. It's pretty probably 5 years old rose at this point, pretty mature. I love this rose so much, and this one is thornless, almost thornless, and yeah, it blooms so pretty throughout the season, and I'm already seeing some buds on it. So I will bring you close and show you. There are a couple of things that I look for when I prune a rose. So the very first thing that I do is, once the rose is done with its first full flush, after that there still be, like, new buds coming in, new flowers, new blooms, you will always see. But majority of it, when it's almost done and it's just sort of like done with its first flush, right now there are new buds, new growth, but the first flush that it came, it's done. So now I will be taking care of all these old blooms and all these spent blooms, the brown ones, because we got so much rain as well. So I will take care of all of that. So I'll bring you close and show you what I look for before pruning my rose. If you start pruning, or if you have used your pruners from on another rose, you should always disinfect them with the rubbing alcohol. So all is taken care of with these pruners. For this one, for example, you see this is a old, this is a spent bloom. So all I'm going to do is, I will just, if I don't see much, because this is a very productive rose, and if I don't see, I just first clip this bloom so that I can see what's going on behind it. And also I have my pop-up bag where I can drop all the cuttings from this rose so that I'm not making any mess. So for this one, you see this new growth is already coming up, which is great. So for this one, this is a perfect example. So if you see, this is a new growth over here, and then I will prune from here. I will prune from here so that I can take off this spent branch and it's all clean. Same way I will go over. There are sometimes just one bloom, and I will take care of that. So I will go over this and try to clip all the spent blooms on from this rose. Another very common rule that we follow while we prune our climbing roses, or any roses for that matter, that you go down where you find 5 leaflets, and that's where you prune. So if I have to prune this one, I will go down. So you see there are 3 leaves on this one, 1, 2 and 3, but I will go further down where I have 5 leaflets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I prune here, this is where I will get a new bloom. So this is typically the rule that you should follow if you don't know where to prune. Sometimes I also size check the rose while I'm pruning it throughout the season. So for me, if I see a branch which is coming all the way out, which I don't like, so I will just prune that and adjust the size for that as well. And this rose is a very productive rose, so this is always fine, and it produces so many roses for me throughout the season anyways. So this is one of my most favorite roses that I have in my garden. And then you also take care of all these disease, yellow, black spot if you see any, and discard these leaves as well. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna go all over. Let me show you this example as well. So for this branch over here, this is a spent bloom. So if I have to take it out, so there are a couple of things that I can do right now. So I can either make a cut over here. This is 5 leaflet on this side, and or I can go even further down and make a cut over there. So this kind of decision I make on basis of what I want to do with the growth. If I have to do the size check, if I have to prune it any further, because wherever I'll prune, I will have a new growth coming from that point. So if I clip it from here, I will have growth over here. So if I go further down, the growth will start from there. So it's more of like what you want to do with the size. If you are doing the size check, this is a perfect time. So you can actually go down even further. So this is a 5 leaflet. I could have gone here as well, but I went even further so that I don't have a branch coming out super far out from this. So that's why. And I'm gonna go all over this rose, and I'm going to try to prune this rose. We got so much rain that it's insane. This whole area was filled with blooms. It's just so insanely beautiful, this rose. I'll insert some clips from this rose. Now these are 3 leaflets. 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2. So I will go find the fifth 5, and then that's where I will do. And that way I won't have this bunch over here, because if I clip just over here from the tips, it will shoot up all the new growth from here, and then it will be like from here it will come over here. So I don't want that. I want it a very compact rose for me. So I'm gonna take out this whole thing. And sometimes I don't have that much time where I'm going this precisely, so I will just prune it depending on how I'm feeling, how many roses I'm pruning. But mostly I like pruning and all of that maintenance in the garden, so that helps for sure with that. So I'll try to keep it this kind of maintenance whenever I feel like I have time. So I will go over. And another thing that I do is to fertilize the roses after I prune them, or even if I don't prune them, I fertilize them on very regular basis. I don't have a set schedule. I love doing maintenance tasks in the garden, and this is one of those tasks which I really enjoy doing. Maintaining, doing the weeding and stuff in the garden. Even the weeding is not one of my favorite tasks to do, but so I will take care of this one so that okay. Having a good air circulation for your rose is another key factor for a healthy rose. So the first flush usually is fine. With roses, they look amazing in spring anyways. So you have to take care of the roses after spring actually. So now we will have rain and stuff, and then with all of this growth, the air circulation is going to be not that great. So I'm going to take out some crossing branches which are crowding this rose, which is not going to help me in the long run. They are just going to make this rose even like suffer actually, because there is no air circulation that is happening in this rose. So I'm going to just try to make some space here as well, like this area can breathe now. It was so clustered and so jam packed, it was crazy. So now I can see that it can breathe now. The air circulation will happen nicely in this area. Another example of size checking this rose, the growth is coming from the very bottom of this rose and it's just shooting outwards. So if I prune over here, the next growth that's going to come after this, when I take my when I do the cut, it'll be over here. So I don't want that. So I will take it further down, and this one I'm leaving it because there's a bud. Should I just, so you have to make those decisions. I think I'll just take care of it because it's just coming in the way. And this rose has thorns on the very bottom of this rose, or wherever the branches are starting, that's where it has. Okay, I think I don't want that. I'm gonna make a cut over here. Oh, this rain, I mean, look at this. Oh, so bad. It looks like a different rose if I compare it with the few weeks ago. It was crazy. Now this whole thing is so crowded right now, and if I just make my cuts on the tippy top, it's gonna be even more crowded. So see these kind of leaves, they are already not getting any air circulation or very bare minimum. So I'm going to do a very strategic cuts here so that it can have like room to breathe at least, so that it's not super crowded. Let's see. Okay, this one needs to go from here. Already looking better. This area, I can see that it can breathe now. This rose is so productive that it'll get roses like literally, you won't believe. There is one rose over here, in literally inside of this branch. Okay. So I will go over this rose and I will do my pruning. And I will show you how it looks like once I'm done with pruning of this rose. So whenever I feel like I need to take care of this rose or help this rose to breathe better, whenever it's like super overgrown, or some season can be really good in terms of how productive this rose is and how happy this rose is. Usually this rose is always so productive, so I will have to keep pruning this rose actually. So I will be making the cuts throughout the season. So for this rose specifically, I don't have a specific time frame. Whenever I see I need to prune this or make some more space or make air circulation for this rose better, that's when I'll come over here and prune this rose, and that helps this rose tremendously. I will have less disease, black spot on this rose than if I don't do anything for this rose. Now I have room here that I can walk around, and my hydrangea is going to be blooming, so it'll have some space over here, and if I have to do some maintenance, I can actually walk through it. I'm going in the back. This rose blooms all around actually, so that's another beautiful thing about this rose. so much better over here. I can see the light and I feel like rose can actually breathe with this. Now I will wrap up the other area and then I think I should be done with this. I'm going to collect all these yellow leaves as well. While if you don't know where to make the cut, just go down the branch and find a spot where you're going to make the cut and make sure there are 5 leaflets. That's all. That's all you have to do. And then you can make your call that if you want to do the size check or if you want to just prune it, just the spent plumes. So you just make the call and that's about it. So this is how the rose is looking so much better. And while I add it, I can prune my peony as well. That's all for today's video. I hope this was helpful for you and I will see you in my next video. But do let me know in the comments below if you have any tips and tricks that you use to prune your roses, be it a climber or a shrub. And I will see you in my next one. Bye.